Good evening, New Song. I still miss you guys, but I'm here to read your story again tonight. And I won't read another story to you until Monday. Give you a little break. Tonight we're going to do some nonfiction reading. Yesterday we did fiction and we did parts of a story. And we found out that there are parts of a story when the story is fictional. Tonight we're going to look at nonfiction. And nonfiction, it usually deals with a topic and you usually have a question so that you can find some information about that topic. And so tonight our topic is going to be chocolate. And the question that we want to answer is, where does chocolate come from? So that's my question for you tonight. Where does chocolate come from? I know a lot of you will probably say, from the store, Miss Louise, from the store. But we want to research and see, where does chocolate really come from? So the text tonight is going to deal with that. Now, this is a nonfiction text. So it means that when it's nonfiction, you're going to see real photographs, because that's a feature of nonfiction. You may see some charts, some maps, some headings, some bold words, some italic letters. What else? It might have a table of content. It might have an index. What else you may have in here? It may have a cycle. It may have arrows that point to things. So these are going to be facts, things that are true. So this book is really true. And so right here it says, the title is The Chocolate Tree. And it's written by Tracy Dibble. And this is a real photograph on the front. What does it look like? They look like beans almost, don't they? Now we want to read to see, where does chocolate come from? The title says The Chocolate Tree. So that should give you a clue right there. Okay? The Chocolate Tree. This is chocolate. This is a tree. So let's look. Let's get a little bit closer. That's just a regular tree, right? Picture clues. But these are real photographs. Someone actually took these photos with a camera. This is a chocolate tree. So look, chocolate comes from a tree. What do you see on those trees? Right now we just see green, like fruit. This is a chocolate seed. It's a seed because we know trees come from seeds. So this is a chocolate seed. See, you thought that all your chocolate came from the store. But before it goes to the store, or comes to the store, it comes from a tree. The chocolate seed will be a tree. So look, this is the seed planted in the ground. Most seeds usually have a sprout that comes from it. And that's what you see right here. This is a seed sprout. And this would be a chocolate seed sprout. Okay? Now, it will be a little tree, because it's going to start off and it's going to grow and it's going to look very little. But eventually, it will be a big tree. And so now when you look at that tree, look how tall it is. Wow. And those must be the fruit on the tree, the chocolate fruit. Let's see. This is a chocolate flower, because all fruit trees start, after you've planted and it's grown into a tree, they begin to bloom flowers. So that's a chocolate flower. We can see lots of flowers on the chocolate tree. Look at the chocolate tree. All of the flowers blooming. They're beautiful flowers. Let's get close. Look at that. This is a what? A bug. That's a bug. I don't know what kind, but it's a bug. Look like, almost like a mosquito. But you know that probably isn't a mosquito. This, the bug will go from flower to flower. So look, in this nonfiction text, they have a diagram of an arrow. See the arrow? And they're showing you how the bug will go from flower to flower. And I wonder why. Now, what you see here, of course, this is fruit. We have oranges, apples, bananas, pears. Those are fruit. They grow from trees. The flower has to have bugs for chocolate fruit to grow. So now they placed a photo of a bug right here. And they're showing you again that without this bug, the chocolate seed would not come. But that's the fruit. The chocolate fruit wouldn't come. And what's inside of fruit? What's inside of these when you cut them open? The fruit will get red. So even though we look at chocolate and it's brown, before it's brown, the fruit is red on the tree. You're learning some facts tonight. Some true facts about chocolate. We get the fruit down. So in order for us to even get the chocolate out of the fruit or the seed, we have to cut the fruit off the tree. You probably can't pull it because it has a very thick vine or branch connected to it. So that's why he has that large knife to cut it down. The fruit has seeds in it. We get the seeds. So he's cut open the fruit. And look at the whippy, creamy looking things. But when you look at this one, ooh, right underneath of all of that cream and all of that white or beige, it's chocolate seeds. Those are the seeds. And look, the chocolate is in the seeds. So where does chocolate come from? A seed that grows in a fruit on a tree. Now you can see the chocolate. Once you crack the seed open. Okay, now this nonfiction text has a cycle. It's called The Cycle of a Chocolate Seed. So we're going to start with the seed, right? So of course we have the seed. We plant it in the ground. It sprouts. And then it turns into a tree. And then the flower grows. And then the bug comes and germinates and goes from flower to flower. And then once it does that, it grows the fruit on the tree. And inside of that fruit is a chocolate seed. And then that's when we crack it open and we get the chocolate. And then it starts over again from the seed to the sprout to the tree to the flower. The bug comes from there and makes it into a piece of fruit. Then it's the seed and the fruit. So a cycle is something that starts over and over again. Okay? That's the cycle of a chocolate seed. Now, how is chocolate made? This is what these real photographs are showing you, how chocolate is made. So, of course, we start with the chocolate seed again. Now, this is a caption, and this word says sort. So, what they do is they sort the seeds. So, they're probably sorting to see what's a good seed, what's a bad seed, what's not a chocolate seed. So, they're kind of taking out the bad ones, keeping the new ones, okay? After they've sorted the chocolate seeds, then they crush them or they grind them down, probably into powder, okay? And that's what this machine does. After that, they do what? They mix them. That word says mix. And they probably stir them around and stir them around and stir them around, mix them all really good. The next thing they do, that word says they melt the chocolate. So they put heat to the chocolate. If you've ever been to Hershey Park, they show you how chocolate is really prepared into a chocolate candy bar. Okay? So this is when they melt or they put heat to it. After they put heat to it, they put it into a mold or they shape it into squares, sometimes circles, sometimes rectangles. They can even put them into triangles if they would like, but they mold them. And then they package them. And then they're off to the store. And that's when you go and you take your money and you buy chocolate. So that's how chocolate is made. Okay? So our topic tonight was chocolate. We learned about chocolate. Our question about chocolate was, where does chocolate come from? We now know that before chocolate gets wrapped up in this beautiful packaging, before we can buy it, it comes from a tree. The chocolate tree. And on that chocolate tree, we have fruit. And inside of the fruit are chocolate seeds. And inside of those seeds are the chocolate. Now, don't forget, these trees, we can find those trees in South America, the very hot climate in the Amazon jungle. Yes, that's where you would find your cocoa trees or your chocolate trees. But remember, all trees come from a seed. And all trees, we need the bugs. I know sometimes you want to stomp on the bugs, but we need the bugs. The bugs help to produce the fruit on the tree. Without those bugs, we wouldn't get those good old chocolate bars. So the next time you want to step on a bug, think about it. And the next time you want to pull a branch off a tree, think about it. We need the trees. We need the bugs. Okay? And we really need chocolate. That's the end of my story for tonight. That was some information on nonfiction. We have 2 types of texts. Don't forget, tonight it was nonfiction. I gave you the topic. We had a question. We answered the question. And now we know information, real facts about chocolate. It was a pleasure reading to you again. Don't forget, Miss Louise missed seeing your beautiful faces. And I'll see you again on Monday, or I'll talk to you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to wash your hands and eat a piece of chocolate. Good night.